It is time for Mayor Monday. You're taking a live look now outside in McMinnville through our Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum camera. We're checking in with the city known as the heart of wine country this morning.
That's right. McMinnville has been growing as a popular destination for great food and wine. They're known for aviation here as well, and the city has been making a name for itself on the national stage. Joining us on the couch this morning with more on that is McMinnville Mayor Remy Drabkin. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Pleasure.
Well, we figured since it's President's Day, it's fitting we should start off by talking about your visit to the White House recently.
Absolutely. I was very excited to attend the U.S. Conference of Mayors, and those in attendance received an invitation from the president to come to a reception. I was also able to meet Mayor Pete Buttigieg, or Secretary Pete Buttigieg, but hard to not
call him.
Still known
as Mayor Pete
yeah,
to many,
sure.
yes.
Yeah, the president wanted to actually let us know that he has a lot of mayors in his cabinet. So, you know, as mayors, we have the ability, we're closest to the people, right? The form of government that's kind of closest in. And so when we think about bringing solutions forward, being in touch with your local community and knowing what needs to happen is really important, and moving that information kind of up the line is part of what we get to do.
And you get to actually talk with mayors from other cities. Is that helpful to be able to communicate with them?
Oh, absolutely. There's part of it that's just the camaraderie, which is important because we're facing so many of the same issues the nation over. You know, homelessness and the opioid crisis were the really top-lining issues that we discussed at the U.S. Conference of Mayors, and also when we meet at we have an Oregon mayors group as well. In fact, we have an Oregon mayors listserv, and so there's a lot of open communication between mayors in different cities. We deal with such a variety of things. However, a lot of those things are the same community to community, city to city.
Yeah, it has to be interesting to see some of those universal threads and hopefully get to brainstorm and share solutions on that. You've been busy traveling, though. You've also been in Boston recently for the mayoral Harvard Fellowship. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'm very honored. I'm one of 8 mayors in the U.S. that was selected to participate in a program fellowship at the Harvard Graduate School of Design. It's through the Mayor's Institute on City Design, and so this program teaches mayors to build into more just and equitable futures.
Yeah, your community is so cool because obviously it's right there in the middle of wine country, so there's a lot of tie there.
Yes.
You have the UFO Festival in McMinnville.
Second largest in the nation.
Yeah. And you're looking at some new innovations in McMinnville, including a new innovation center. So tell us about that.
Yes, so the city of McMinnville has what we're calling an innovation campus. It's 140 acres of contiguously zoned industrial land. It has highway frontage, through the gate access to our airport. And what we really want to do is create kind of a regional economic hub. And so we're inviting industry to this area. It's an area that has had some development, but we're ready for more.
It's interesting when we talk about growth in McMinnville, oftentimes it is kind of within the frame of food and wine. But when we see, you know, the innovation hub, when you're at Harvard looking at things like equitable growth, what is your idea for the future of this community? Where do you see McMinnville really growing and expanding?
Well, we have this particular property could go to any number of uses. But we have a few values that we continue to do through kind of show off through our work, through our economic development teams. So we have a lot of young businesses that are very sustainably focused in McMinnville right now. I think those would be great businesses to see there. You mentioned the wine industry. There's a new company that's starting in Oregon called Ravino, which is making a reusable wine bottle. I would love if their future manufacturing plant was there. But the truth is, what we're trying to do is lay the groundwork so that any number of types of businesses could situate on this land. And so our job as the city, you know, is the infrastructure, and how can we help with the cost of bringing that type of industry. And the truth is, we have to be a little agnostic about exactly who shows up, as long as it's a company that wants to support the community as well. And we have a lot more than wine. We also have a steel mill in McMinnville, which it's only one of 2 remaining steel mills on the West Coast. And we have Linfield University and Chemeketa College. And so we have a lot to really offer up to industry.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, we're excited to see where all of it goes from here. Mayor Drobkin, we appreciate you being here this morning.
My pleasure.
Lots to chat with you about, so we're going to have you back for even more. If you want to stay up to date on what's happening in McMinnville and cities all across the area, you can check out our Mayor Monday segments. Just go to KOIN.com, click on AM Extra. Coming up